Hey everybody, it's me, Crazy Frankie, and I'd like to welcome you to my Week 15 4 key game picks. Well, people, 2 weeks left of the regular season, and we're getting inches and inches closer to playoff time in the NFL, and it's getting a little interesting in both the AFC and the NFC. Before I get into my Week 15 picks, let's do a little recap. Currently, what the playoff standing structure is right now. Going to the AFC, there's only one team right now that is in the playoffs, and that is the Houston Texans. They're the first team to clinch a playoff berth. They did clinch the division. Right now, they're the only team right now, but other teams like the Ravens, Patriots, and Broncos, they're currently leading their divisions. The next 2 weeks will determine their playoff position and determining if they will clinch their division or at least clinch a playoff berth. Right now in the AFC, it's only the Texans for the time being. The Patriots can clinch a playoff berth if they do win their game on Sunday, as well as the Ravens. But don't count out the Pittsburgh Steelers, New York Jets as well. Here's the current structure right now from 1 to 6 as of Week 15. The Texans right now currently hold the 1 seed, but because of their current statuses in terms of injuries and lost players, I don't know how long that 1 seed's going to last, because I don't expect them to get it. I think they're going to play in the first round. So it's got to be either Baltimore, it's got to be the Ravens or the Patriots. They're definitely going to get the first 2 seeds. Speaking of that, the Ravens are the 2nd seed, the Patriots are the 3rd, the Broncos are the 4th seed, the Steelers are the 5th seed, the Jets hold the 6th seed right now. So determining the outcome of this weekend's games, it's going to go up and down of some sort. So it's going to be, that conference right now is it's basically like a puzzle. You really don't know. You really don't know what pieces are going to go together. Now, in the NFC, it's starting to come a bit clearer right now. Of course, the Packers and the 49ers both clinched their divisions, and right now, the Packers are the 1 seed, the 49ers are the 2nd seed. The 49ers lost last week kind of does hurt them a bit because the Saints won last week, and both the 49ers and the Saints have a record of 10-3. And determining the outcome of this weekend's games, the Saints can jump over the 49ers to get the 2nd seed. So these are big games for both those two teams in their respective games going into this Sunday and Monday night. So it'll be interesting to see from 1 to 4 in the NFC conference who will get seeding position. Now for the Giants right now hold the 4th seed. They need to win their game big time if they want to hold on to the tiebreaker, because the Giants and the Cowboys are jockeying for position in the NFC East, so it's going to be interesting to see how that will turn out towards the end. I think it's going to come down to Week 17 between those two teams again, because they will meet again in the Meadowlands, and it'll be quite interesting to see who will get that NFC crown, or let alone probably get a wild card berth. In the 5th seed, the Atlanta Falcons with a big win on Thursday night keeps their playoff hopes alive for the time being, because their record is 9-5. And the Detroit Lions, slightly by 1 game over the Bears, are 8-5. They hold the 6th seed right now. So obviously Detroit needs to win their game this weekend, as well as the Bears, because it's going to get interesting down the stretch between now and until Week 17, who gets the last playoff spots. So it's an exciting time, folks. The playoffs are almost here, and I can't wait, as the road to Super Bowl 46 is getting inches closer. Anyways, let's get into Week 15, shall we? My first key game, is the Seattle Seahawks and Chicago Bears. The Seahawks right now, they're surprising me quite a bit. They're picking up some good wins right now. Could they make a stretch and possibly steal a playoff berth? I don't know. It's a big question in the air right now, because they're playing very good football right now. They got the Bears, so it's going to be tough to say. And this one's really a toss-up game right here, because both teams are struggling, or basically they don't really have that good. Their teams really are not that great. They're just playing good football at the right time. For this game, I'm going to say the Chicago Bears win. I think the defense is going to win them the game. I think there's not going to be much offense in this game, even if Seahawks running back Marshawn Lynch can get on a roll and score some touchdowns. But it's going to be an offensive struggle, I think, on both sides of the ball, defense, and it comes down to turnovers as well in this one here. I'm going to go with the Bears because they are at home. and the defense is going to make the difference in this game. So Bears over the Seahawks. Key game number 2. It's a big one. It's the Detroit Lions at the Oakland Raiders. Now, both these teams need a win big time as they're trying to fight their way to get into the playoffs. Now, for the Lions, right now they hold the 6th seed right now. So a win in this game over the Raiders will be huge because that's going to determine the Bears game as well to see if Detroit can hang on to that last spot because the Bears are not that far behind. So I got to, for this game though, anybody who knows me very well, you know I don't like the Raiders, and you know I'm not going to pick them in this game. I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. I think their offense is much better than the Raiders, and I know defense is going to be an issue for the Lions. They will get Sue back for this game, as long as and also if the Lions can avoid penalties, can avoid stupid penalties, I think they will hang on to win this game over the Raiders. I know the Raiders need a win desperately, even though they're tied up with injuries as well. So, but I just think that the Lions, I think they have their offense is slightly better. So I'm going to go with the Lions over the Raiders in this game. Key game number 3. It's the New England Patriots against the Denver Broncos. Now, the Patriots pretty much still hold the edge in the NFC East. A loss won't hurt them too much because they still own the tiebreaker over the New York Jets because they beat them twice in the regular season. Even if they do lose this game, they still hold a 1-game edge. So this game, not so much, but a win for the Patriots will guarantee them a playoff berth. Maybe I think this would give them the division as well. I think they do. I think if they win, they do clinch the division in this week. But they have a tough task because they're at Denver, and Tim Tebow has been unbelievable the last 7 games. And really, I can't explain what's going on with this guy. This guy is just magic here. He's helping them win games. But I hate to say it, the magic's going to run out in this game. I'm sorry. New England is a much more experienced team. I know a lot of you are going to question New England's defense, but I think in this game they're going to come up big. They're going to stop Tim Tebow for sure. I don't think Tim Tebow's collegiate style of offense is going to hold on to quite an experienced Patriot defense. I'm going to go with the Patriots in this game. I know the Patriots don't have a good record at Denver. They've lost a lot of games. I think they're 1-5 at Denver. But I think that losing streak will end for New England. The Patriots really they want to end the regular season strong, and I think they will. Tom Brady's still on a roll, and I got to go with the Patriots over the Broncos in this one. Key game number 4. The Pittsburgh Steelers and the San Francisco 49ers. For both these teams, this game is big. Now, a lot of questions are rolling around right now. Will Ben Roethlisberger be ready for this game in San Francisco? From what I heard in the news, he says he is questionable, but I think he will get the start. And a win here for the Steelers will still get them inches closer to getting into the playoffs. Right now, they're the 5th seed. And if they can end the season strong, it could mean a lot for this team going down the stretch if they make another run towards the Super Bowl. For the 49ers, this game is just as big for them as well because they're barely clinging to the 2nd seed right now, and especially with the New Orleans Saints, especially they're tied with the New Orleans Saints for the 2nd seed. A loss by the 49ers in this game and a win by the Saints, I think that's going to seal the deal right there. That would put the Saints at the 2nd seed, even though we still have 2 weeks left of the regular season. But the New Orleans offense is just coming so much alive in this game, and their offense is getting good, and it would not surprise me if the Saints get the 2nd seed. Which really right now, if you're the 49ers right now, these next three games right now are critical to try to get that first round bye. But something tells me that the Steelers will win this game. I think the 49ers are going to have trouble. They're going to have trouble in this game. They had a lot of trouble with the Cardinals last week, and they didn't beat them. And will they lose another game? I'm going to say probably. I think they will. The Steelers' offense is a little bit better than the 49ers. Defense, both sides for both teams, it's slightly even, but Pittsburgh's got a more experienced defense, and they're definitely going to give quarterback Alex Smith and running back Frank Gore a bit of trouble. So I don't know. This is a tough one to pick, and this one's a toss-up here. But I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Steelers in this game. I think Pittsburgh gets the win here because they want to end the season strong. and hoping that the Baltimore Ravens lose to the Chargers on Sunday so they can flip over them to get the division lead. So, like I said, folks, the next 2 weeks, it's going to be fun and exciting going down the stretch as we head towards the playoffs next month. Okay, everybody, I hope this video is over 10 minutes long. This is the longest video I've made this year for my picks, obviously because I talked a little bit more about what's been going on with the playoff seedings. And it's going to be quite a finish here in the NFL. All of my Week 15 picks are at crazyfrankie56.blogspot.com. And I will see you all next week for Week 16 to talk about my picks. Until now, everybody, have a great weekend. See you later.